Hello everyone, and welcome to Session 2 of my Baldur's Gate 3 5th Edition 3rd campaign. Last time we escaped the Nautiloid ship, and now, having survived our fall from one high down to the beach here, we are going to scavenge what we can from any corpses or barrels here on the beach. Oh, fresh water is excellent. And then look to recruit some partners to try and keep ourselves alive in the adventures to come, since we've had some issues with that in the past.
Bad luck.
Let's check this knapsack here.
Fresh water.
Excellent.
There must be a settlement nearby.
So among the many rules that I'm implementing for myself in this playthrough, rule number 2 is that food and water are required to long rest. And so getting this fresh water is going to be very important for us when we are tired, when we are out of resources. We will need that food and water in order to have the party take a long rest back at camp. We'll just check the last few of these barrels and corpses here and meet Shadowheart. Just before we do, you can see here on the left, this is an ancient rune circle. We won't be using them to fast travel because as the level characters we are, we wouldn't have the resources for fast traveling, but we will use them to get to camp when we want to rest. But for now, let's talk to Shadowheart.
Blasted door! What? Stop! Not another step or I'll... Wait. It's you. You're the one who tried to free me on the ship. At least, you made the effort.
Suddenly, you see what she sees, feel what she feels. Confusion, resolve, and a hint of gratitude.
Ah! Did you feel that? You've got the same thing I do, in your head.
The mind swap from the ship.
The same. It must be that tadpole they put in our eyes. I assume that's what caused our minds to cross. These things are going to consume us from the inside and turn us into mind flayers. You and I need a healer. Finding one won't be easy in this wilderness. We'll need supplies. I'm hoping something of use might be behind this door, but I've barely made a dent in it so far.
Let's work together.
Guest, but that door's too strong. Maybe there's another way, up the cliff. Hopefully there's no more of these things. Or just company for our final moments. But you're right. Whatever lies ahead will be a little less daunting with support. You can call me Shadowheart.
And I'm Andrew. Let's make haste.
Lead the way.
And so once again, we have recruited Shadowheart. Shadowheart is a trickster cleric. And so she has the full selection of first level cleric spells available to her, as well as the Blessing of the Trickster. We have also changed how... I keep using like a royal we. I've changed how the Scrolls of Revivify will work in this campaign. Previously, I ignored them completely, but Revivify is technically a spell in D&D 5th edition. So my intention is to follow the tabletop rules in that you need to make a ability check using your spellcasting modifier to cast a spell that is on your class's spell list but of a higher level than you have spell slots for. So Revivify is a 3rd level spell. Clerics do not get 3rd level spell slots until they reach 5th level, and so we would need to pass a skill check in order to cast that later on. For now, though, we will carry on up the way and see what threats are ahead of us.
More of those wretched things.
Take some gold. Nothing there. I think we missed this person on the way along. Perhaps we didn't. But thieves' tools are very welcome. Okay, let's do this fight and try not to die immediately. We do have... Both player characters now have healing words, so we should be able to keep the two of each other alive. Try for some high ground.
Vicious filth. Best keep some distance, or this will be a short fight.
Can I jump up? Yes. God, I saw the arrow. And we'll start off with our Sacred Flame cantrip. They can make a dexterity save. And they make their dexterity save. We are on the same initiative, so we can also take this turn. I think we will get some height. Bonus action are Shillelagh. Carry on moving upwards. Thorn Whip isn't going to reach that far, and we have nothing else to spend our action on for now. I guess we could dash. Get some more distance over here. Since we are a dwarf, we have slightly shorter movement speed per turn. Okay, we've pulled all 3 Intellect Devourers into the fight already. And Shadowheart. I think for now we'll just keep doing what we're doing. And of course, they make the save. No need for Shield of Faith or Healing Word. So we will hold out strong. Can we reach Thorn Whip from up here? We can reach this guy. Good, solid 3 damage. We don't need to recast Shillelagh as a bonus action, so we'll just take a few steps back. In fact, Shadowheart, if you move back as well, they might have to spend more of their speed to get to us and may not even make an attack this round. Yep, there's the value in stepping away. Now in range though, rather than relying on cantrips, we can attack with our mace. That's a decent start. And we can also attack with our staff. The 1 HP left always just makes me hurt a little bit inside, but we won't run away because if we move out of their area of effect, then they can have an opportunity attack against us, and we don't want to do that, so we'll just end Shadowheart's turn as well. Wow. Thank goodness. Okay. I think Shadowheart is going to disengage. It says bonus action here, but rule number 5, disengage is an action. So we're going to spend our action disengaging. And then because Andrew is on the same turn order, we can also take an action now, and we're going to Thunder Wave all 3 of these guys and hope to launch them down there where they can no longer attack us for a turn.
You fight well. Perhaps
Well, that went
isn't such a distant prospect.
perfectly. So the 2 that got blown away were killed by, I presume, the attack and then the fall. Yep, they were hit for bludgeoning damage. And the one that made the save and only took half damage was the one that only had 2 hit points left. So that's gone well. I also missed a body down here for looting. So let's go grab that. Ah, there's the dagger I was looking for. I thought one of these guys had a dagger. So we'll do this quickly because I've made this speech once before. If we could have, please, this dagger be given to Shadowheart, and then go to her skill screen. You'll see that she is currently wielding a mace, and it does 1d6 bludgeoning. That is because that is the base mace's damage roll, 1d6, and Shadowheart's strength is 10, so she does not have a modifier to her ability. 10 is a +0. If we take off the mace and look at the dagger is a finesse weapon. Finesse weapons can use strength or dexterity in their damage and attack modifier changes. So when we do that, you'll see that it's 1d4 plus 2. And on average, 1d4 plus 2 is more than 1d6, because 1d6 can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whereas 1d4 plus 2 can be 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 2 is 4, 3 plus 2 is 5, or 4 plus 2 is 6. So on average, the dagger is better. And that's because the dagger uses the dexterity, whose modifier is +2, so we'll be more likely to hit our targets that we attack with it, and we'll do more damage with it on average. Maths lesson over for now. So Shadowheart is very wounded, and we are also quite badly hurt, but we have gained enough experience to level up as a druid. So this is very exciting because we get to the meat and potatoes of druid skills, and that is wild shape, which lets us turn ourselves into other creatures that have their own actions, their own hit points, their own speeds, and we have the choice of a Circle of the Land or a Circle of the Moon druid. Circle of the Moon druids really go all in on the wild shape. They get the addition of boar, badger, spider, wolf, cat. Oh, there it is. They get wild shape bear, which is one of the tankier options, and they can also expend spell slots to regain HP while in that shape. Circle of the Land druids do get some of the same wild shape options. They get an extra cantrip, and they get natural recovery, which is similar to the wizard's arcane recovery, in which once per day you can spend an action and a natural recovery charge and get back some of your spell slots. When we reach 3rd level, Circle of the Land druid will get to pick which Circle of the Land they are part of, and that unlocks more spells for them. And because we've leveled up, we can also change which spells we wish to have prepared, and it increases to 5 because this is our druid level, which is now 2, plus our wisdom modifier of 3 makes 5 spells that we get to choose from. So I'm going to play a Circle of the Land druid. While I would like to be the sneaky bear, I think having more spell slots is going to be of more valuable to us, because we are going to be taking fewer long rests with our long rest limitations for food and water. For the extra spell that we don't want Cure Wound and Healing Word. So I think let's take Speak with Animals to try and unlock some extra plot points and things moving forward. Do we want anything of these? I could take Goodberry for some free healing. Let's get rid of Fog Crowd, take Goodberry. I did pick Circle of Land, didn't I? Yes, okay. So now we need to figure out how we're going to heal. We could do a Healing Word, but that only caps out at 7. Whereas if we spend one of our 3 spell slots on a casting of Goodberry, in our inventory we now have 4 Goodberries. Each will heal 1d4 hit points. So we'll give those to Shadowheart. Now, rule number 1 is that food doesn't heal, but that specifically denotes non-magical food, whereas these Goodberries are magical food, and so I'm quite happy eating them for hit points. So we're at 1 of 9 at the moment, 4 of 9, 7 of 9, 9 of 9, and we have 1 spare. That will remain in our inventory until we take a long rest. So we'll hold on to that. In fact, Andrew can eat the last one. There we go. It is, I think it's a known bug at the moment that Shadowheart is 20 HP behind everybody else, so she will level up very shortly. There's a chest and a dead mind flayer up here for us to loot away. Some poison. Another potion of speed and some various bulbs. I don't suppose this abducted nobleman is going to have too much on them. I take it back. So this rapier is a finesse weapon, although I'm not sure Shadowheart is proficient in rapiers. Yes, no proficiency. No proficiency in martial weapons or rapiers, so we could equip Shadowheart with it. It just wouldn't hit as well, because anybody can use any weapon, but the difference is whether you add your proficiency bonus. So you'll see... Where is it? Health, base, speed, initiative... Proficiency bonus, +2. This bonus gets added to the following dice rolls: attacks, spell attacks, skills, and saving throws that you are proficient in. So Shadowheart is proficient with the dagger, so when she makes a dagger melee attack, you would roll a d20, add your dexterity, which is +2, and add +2 more for your proficiency bonus. Then if that number is higher than the armor class of the creature you're attacking, then you hit. And so I'd rather hit more often and do 2 less damage than hit less often and do 2 more damage. And I think we... Oh, there's another... I've never seen this dead mind flare before. Okay, let's carry on up. And I think we'll probably meet Gale this episode before we round out for the day. It's just dead mind flares littering everywhere, isn't there? Just up through here.
Footprints. There may be even more dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
Dead goblins where?
You're alive. That's unexpected. Last I saw you, you were lying in a crucible's worth of blood. An intellect devourer nibbling at your ear. Glad to see my eyes deceive me. I'm Gale. Well met.
Well met.
Very same. A traumatizing experience, if an instructive one.
And
Yes.
yeah, trauma.
The ocular penetration by an illithid tadpole, which will end with our souls being snuffed like strands of weave caught in dead magic. Not to mention, you're staring at me like a Rashimi at a blackboard. You're no wizard, are you?
I am not, no.
Pity. But that'll have to wait. The primary need now is a healer. I take it you recall the insertion of the parasite?
I wonder what happens if you play a wizard and have this conversation with him. But yes, I do recall
Aware
it.
that after a period of excruciating gestation, it'll turn us into mind flayers. A process known as ceremorphosis? It is to be avoided. I assume you're no accomplished healer either. Powerful cleric, maybe? I gathered as much. We'll have to look for a solution elsewhere. You and I are in a whole lot of trouble. We need help, and I'm not sure where we'll find it in this wilderness. How about we embark on the quest for a healer together?
That sounds excellent.
Most excellent. Then, without further ado, let's be off. Besides, looks like you keep some interesting company. A woman with shadows for eyes, deep as the dark lake. Pleasure, madam.
Is it indeed? We'll see.
And so there were 3.
How can I help?
You can give me my menu back. Thank you ever so much. So we now have level ups for Gale and Shadowheart. So let's start with Shadowheart. We get our Turn Undead Channel Divinity, as well as our Invoke Duplicity Channel Divinity for Trickster Cleric. And we gain some, I guess, a spell slot, but we can certainly customize for the first time. We want Guiding Bolt and Healing Word, Inflict Wounds, Bless, and I'm still not sure how good this is, because it's the effect of just carrying a shield. Let's take Create or Destroy Water, just in case we have any terrible incidents with large fires again. And we're up to 15 maximum hit points. And here's Gale the Human. We have a subclass selection for Evocation or Abjuration. Evocation means we get sculpt spells, create pockets of safety within evocation spells being like fire, lightning, that kind of thing. Allied creatures automatically succeed their saving throws and take no damage from these spells. So this is Necromancy. There you go. So if they were stood in a Thunder Wave, for example, we could Thunder Wave around our allies without injuring them. Which, when you put it that way, does sound quite good. And then Abjuration. Abjuration means you get Arcane Ward, and that gives you some extra hit points each time you cast an Abjuration spell. I do like the extra hit points, but I think we did this last time, and so this time we're going to go Evocation, especially knowing that I think once we hit 3rd level there'll be some extra Evocation spells in it for us. For now, let's do spells. We need Mage Armor, and we'll take a Ray of Sickness. Sleep Wave, good. I wish they would put this above, because this is 2 spells that you get to learn, whereas the top side is the spells that you get to prepare. So you need to learn new spells before you prepare your spells for the day. Burning Hands is a cone of fire, but our allies will be saved from that cone of fire thanks to our sculpting. So we'll take that. We could take False Life and give ourselves 7 extra hit points. But I think let's take Magic Missile this time. Last time we didn't, but it can be, unless the enemy has the reaction spell Shield, which I don't believe is in this game yet, it is damage that can't be avoided. So if we really need to finish off somebody, that may well be the way to do it. And so we'll skip the Fog Cloud for Magic Missile. I like Witch Bolt. We'll go with that for now. So we can go up in this direction. How about we run over here, save Lae'zel, and we'll call that an episode. Hello.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
You again. Get rid of them.
I think this time we'll skip the conversation and just attack the tieflings.
Dimessa, watch out!
No, everyone disapproves. Maybe that's not the best course of action for making friends. Gale is up first. Once again, I have forgotten to put Mage Armor on from the offset. But we will start simple.
Eat this!
And cantrips miss, as they always do. And Gale can retreat slightly. Of course, they're still trying to attack him because I think the game prioritizes whoever has the lowest armor class, perhaps. We get shot for 8, though. That's not fun. Oh, there's the reason to do it the other way around. Lae'zel's not in this fight. That's why this is going to be so much harder. I did not think that through. Still, I'm stuck with my decision. We get to be in this fight as well, though. Can we make this... That's too far. We can make that run. So, Shillelagh. And attack. No, too far. Oh, come on. Well, that's awkward. Alright, since we're down to 10 hit points and we're now right up in this person's face, let's use one of our other skills because we have it available to us. Let's wild shape into a wolf. So we've spent our action, our bonus action to do that, but now we have some extra options, and we have 18 extra hit points on top of those from our regular druid. Shadowheart, you have had your turns. Gale, back in the action. Can you, Gale, hit this weakened base? That'll certainly help things along. Man, I'm not doing well this time round. I thought this would be a quick one. We'd get to saving Lae'zel really quickly, but apparently not. Right, main hand attack. Oh, but I did this wrong. So we have a attack called Exposing Bite. Nip at a target and deal 1d4 piercing damage, and distract it. If your attack hits, the next attack against the creature will be a critical hit. But for right now, I think we're just going to bite. There you go. That's how you do it. Gale back in the order again.
Eat this!
And I think the saying of this whole run is going to be cantrips miss. Okay, Shadowheart. We have Andrew first. Andrew the Wolf. One down. Shadowheart. Hey, a cantrip did something. Wonderful. Right, Gale, you have 1 hit point left. Although the person that was attacking you is now down. This guy has 15 HP left. That's still quite a lot. Good hit for 3. Please hide behind this rock. Man, that wolf is a
The
tank.
temple hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me. You may as well suggest a wyvern bow to worms. The cure I offer will suffice as thanks. You do not have the authority. Defer to your leader.
Well, seems that we can't have conversations in wild shape, but we've only got 5 HP left anyway, so we will dismiss the wild shape and then carry on this conversation.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled, but the long... My people...
Lies. Just get rid of her.
You have made an ally from Kresh Kalir. Few know such fortune. Call me Lae'zel.
Fool. No point in showing a mad dog kindness. It'll still bite you in the end.
You've a sharp tongue, elf. Would that your mind proved its equal.
Half elf. I suppose the finer details are lost on a creature like you.
Come. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. We will ask this Zoru where he has seen my kin.
Okay, Lae'zel levels up, simply gets Action Surge at level 2. We will very quickly loot these 2 bodies, and that will be the end of the session. Okay, we managed to not die in that fight, although 1 HP for Gale is not something to be too happy with. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this fresh turnaround on 5th edition. Let's pick up this short bow. I always appreciate free stuff. If you're enjoying these episodes, please do consider subscribing so you'll get one every day in your sub box. Otherwise, liking and commenting and stuff just lets me know that somebody's out there watching, like Andrew, who our campaign is now the namesake. Otherwise, if you have any idea for other rules that I could implement for my 5th edition system for future episodes, please let me know. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.